everything that you have for Asia. Oh, there she is, y'all.
Hi.
Let me go.
Let me get myself together.
Look, I know, girl. I know it's so hot today. Like
it's so hot. It's so hot. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You look beautiful too, Queen. I was trying to keep it together. I was like, oh my God, I'm always sweating. And it's like so freaking hot. Like I be trying to keep it together and keep it cute. But
I'm already knowing. I'm literally already knowing.
Literally, you guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to She Is Plus Size Beauty Sunday. And we got Asia, Tre'Bian from the show Thick House. You guys give it up for Asia. Semi-finalist, you guys was killing it on that show. We was all rooting for you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you for blessing our platform. So go ahead, Asia. Let them know where you from, who you are, what's your occupation and hometown.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Asia Tre'Bian. I'm 27 years old. I am originally born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, but I was raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and now I live in Los Angeles, California.
Nice, nice. So how is like Missouri? Because that's a place like I have not been. And I know it's like from the modeling industry, it's like, you know, what can you do in Missouri? So I know you have to move because of that, right? Yeah. So how was it like?
In a way, but the thing about Kansas City is like we're very known for the arts. So like music, jazz music, and like we have a really big arts district. So we do have like Kansas City Fashion Weeks, you know. And so you definitely can depending on where you want to go with your career. Some people don't want to make it mainstream or really go big with like high fashion or whatever. So it really just depends on like, you know, like where you want to take your career.
Yeah, I understand completely. But I know if you want to elevate it, I know you probably have to move.
Yeah, definitely. Moving to LA was one of the hardest, but like most rewarding things I think I've done. Just because there's so much opportunity here, but it is kind of hard to kind of find your way when you first move here. But it's so much opportunity.
Very much opportunity. Well, we're blessed to have you, girl. Thank you for moving to LA.
Yes.
People come to LA. I mean, you come here, you love it because the vibes, like it has its negatives. You guys, because the driving in the traffic is a bitch. Like you're going to find some angry drivers. You're going to find a lot of car accidents. But the whole vibe, once you find your financial stability staying here and your flow, people mainly, they love LA and they never leave. Like it's crazy.
No, they don't. No. And people always ask me that. They're like, do you think you'll live in LA forever? And I'm like, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I'm not against it, but it's so expensive here. So I'm like, I don't know. I would honestly love to be like bi-coastal, and I would love to have property everywhere. So I'm such a free spirit. I'm like, that's what will work for me.
Yes. I think that's everybody. Even for me, like I've, you know, been here my entire life. I love to travel and things like that, but I'm just like, I probably, you know, buy a house in the South because I know I can get a big ass mansion out there somewhere. And like, you know what I'm saying?
Even if you didn't live in it, you know, even if you just bought it and had it and rented it out, like, you know, your money can stretch a lot further in other places. So
yeah, of course. So modeling, you know, like to see that it was some brown skinned, dark, beautiful queens in the semifinals. No shade. I'm a light skin chick, and I'm gonna say it. I'm a light skin chick, and I'm gonna say I'm not that light skin, like I'm yellow, but I'm like I'm a light skin chick, and I'm gonna honestly say it. Like it was actually beautiful to see you and Sunday make it to the semifinalists because you know, and they don't talk about this in the fashion industry. You know, it's the colorism thing. It's and to see that two beautiful Black queens made it to the semifinalists, you know, that kind of like, I was really, really screaming until my, I was actually watching it in my phone, but I was just like, yes! I was like, yes! Like, yes! Like, oh my God.
That was so exciting. That was so exciting and like so liberating. And I do love the fact, especially now, like, I filmed it, so I was in it, and but now being able to watch it is a different experience, and I think it's so beautiful. Like me and her being the last two, it was just such a beautiful experience, and I feel like even now after watching it, I was kind of nervous about it because it's body paint, so I was like, I don't know how that's gonna look when it comes out. But I was so happy and I was so full of emotion, like when the last episode aired last week. And I was just like, this is so beautiful, you know, like it was very beautiful to see two young brown skinned women really just like making history, because that's what we did. And that's
It
what we're doing.
was. You guys did just that show in general made history, because I think being in the plus size industry and just being a plus size girl, we were waiting for this modeling competition to happen. I think we were waiting for it for years.
Yeah.
From Tyra. We was waiting for Tyra to do it, because Tyra have done every cycle.
Right.
She had literally done every cycle. And this is crazy. I had tweeted her. This is like, I think like a year or so ago. I don't know how long it was. But I had tweeted her and I was like, Tyra, you've done every cycle. Wouldn't it be good for the final 25 for you to do a plus size cycle? And she had answered back. It was like, I do much agree. So I'm like, so for Takara to do it, that was amazing. You know, she was the first to put it out there. So that was just like, y'all made legendary.
For them to have her as one of the hosts and a judge, I was like, wow, because she was one of the first ones we got to see on a TV setting like that, being plus size and being like African American. So I think they did an excellent job with choosing her to be one of the judges. Absolutely.
Yes, of course, because it couldn't be, to me, it couldn't be nobody else. I'm sorry. I mean, it can. I mean, they could have, but I'm just like,
it makes sense, you know. It really made sense to have her. For sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So modeling. When did you, like, you started modeling, but like what made you like, okay, I want to do this? Like, because I know most girls, they be like, oh, I just do this for fun, or they be like, oh, I just do this. Like, what made you? What was the passion that made you want to start doing it?
When I first started modeling, like it was just kind of like fun. I used to ballet, and as I got older, I did ballet from the time I was 4 up until I graduated high school. I danced with the Alvin Ailey, and I think at first, you know, it was just kind of fun. It was something similar to like dancing, like especially doing runway. It's a lot of the concepts in it, and I was just like, this is fun. I never looked at myself to be an actual model. So for a long time, even moving to LA, I'm like, I don't consider myself a model. You know, I feel like a model is someone that gets paid to shoot a project. I would just do photo shoots, creative directed by me, styled by me. And just really, I would brainstorm with different photographers that I liked their style of work. And I would just really try to create visuals. That's all it was for me. It was not like supposed to be, oh, I want to be a model. I'm trying to be a model. It was just me being like, my artistic self and really just expressing myself like through pictures. And once I started getting actually called for jobs and then doing the show, I'm just now considering myself like a real model.
Yeah. Look, you see me doing the hands. I'm like, yay. So your expertise, because I know every girl is a different model. Like there's so many bras. Like your expertise, like I would say, are you like fit model? But I've seen your stuff. You're very, very good at what you do. What is your most expertise when it comes to modeling?
I really like high fashion. I like things that are thought about. I like things that are creative. I like things that are out of the box. So that's why I say high fashion. I don't mind doing commercial because that's where the money is.
Baby.
But I really enjoy going to a set and they're like, it's more high fashion editorial versus just more so like e-com, because it's very like the basics, your profile, stand forward, turn around, you know, like
turn around.
You're shooting a product. So there's no real like feeling and emotion. It's just very like, like smile.
It's like real, like robotic. It's like,
extremely. Like, yes, the fake laughing, all of it. And don't get me wrong, like I enjoy it. It is what it is. But I really love high fashion because it's like, well, they're telling a story through their products, you know?
Yeah, it's a feeling and it's an art to it.
Like fashion weeks, because it's literally going to these fashion shows. It isn't just like looking at a product or watching women walk down. I mean, they're creative. Like they're literally telling a story through their art, and I love it. That's what I love.
You know what? And I really does when I see your page and like kind of research you, I was just like, I love to see plus size women in the high fashion industry, because they used to exclude us so much. So you taking that step and being in those pictures is like, I'll be like, I'll be like, work. I'll be
yes,
like,
you're so supportive.
Work.
And I'm like, oh my God, I love her. I'm like, she's so supportive. Like, she's so sweet. Like, I was very excited to do this interview and a little nervous. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, it's almost 5, guys. Like, you know, like, I really appreciate you.
You want to know what's something? Every time it gets close to 5, I get like this nervousness of like,
literally,
I don't want anything to go wrong.
I was like trying to check my service, and I was nervous, girl. You got community. The she community made me nervous.
Oh no, I trust me. I understand. So it's like body positivity, because would you say like, because even though you're a model, would you say like you're an influencer to, you know, like young girls or just other women, and like what's your views too as well for like body positivity?
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm considered like an influencer because, oh my gosh,
it happened.
Sorry guys, literally my phone overheated. Oh my God,
really?
No, yeah, it showed literally in the middle of me talking. It was like too hot. I'm like,
look at, don't you? I know you was like,
I was so mad. I was like, yeah, I was freaking out for a second, but we're back.
We're back. I told everybody under the comments was like, we're gonna stay on here. We're gonna stay on.
Oh my God, thank you guys. Yes, sorry. I was
like, oh my God, you guys, just technical difficulties, because Instagram was messing up earlier. Like, I don't know what was going on, but
it was messing up for me last week. I tried to go live, but it was not working. I was like, it's okay. But I'm back.
Like, oh my God. So body positivity, like that, and just being an influencer, like your views on.
Yeah. Honestly, I just try to influence people to do what makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And sometimes doing what makes you happy may not make other people happy. You know, they may not really agree with it, but you just gotta have confidence in every decision that you make, you know? If we didn't have confidence in every decision that we make, there would be no plus size models, you know? Even going through the show, I would sometimes look at the comments and I would try not to, but like just hearing some people's negative comments and like seeing their views is just like, I'm so glad that women are being confident and really just keep going. So I'm just inspiring women to whatever it looks like to just keep going.
You know, it's crazy because I don't understand these trolls that be under people comments. Just
how do you have the time?
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, what the fuck is, like, excuse me, but I'm like, what the fuck
seriously,
is that problem?
Like, how do you have that kind of time? And then what would make somebody be so negative to another person? It's crazy.
Somebody that's fucking miserable.
Exactly. Literally. Say that again, sis. Let them
literally know. That is fucking miserable. And I'm just like, and they love to taunt. They love to taunt. And I notice they do it with celebrities all the time.
Yeah.
But they really love to taunt the plus size models or like the plus size influencers.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
I'll be like, well, goddamn. Yeah. And I just be like, well, goddamn, like, do y'all normalize real bodies anymore? That's
what I love about the show. That's honestly what I loved about the show is like every woman on there, like we're all natural bodies. You know, what you see is what you get. Like it's no added nothing. Like this is really just like natural bodies. And I love that people are embracing that.
Yes. Oh my God, girl, you got a nice comment down here from my name is OGB. The show inspired me so much. Looking in the mirror and pose now, laugh and shake what your mama gave you. Thank you for being so brave and confident, Asia. That's so nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I was crying last week when I did my live because reading messages like that, it's just like, wow, you never know just by you being confident and you really just going after everything that you desire, what I preach. You don't know how much that can inspire someone else. So thank you so much.
Oh, that's like, I love the good comments because they don't understand being a model, and y'all don't understand. There's moments where we don't want to do this shit no more. There is some days where we just want to ball up in the corner and be like, I'm tired of doing this. Like, I'm exhausted. And it's just like, sometimes there's so negative stuff that we go against. So to hear that from you guys, that's the fuel to keep us going. I guess
it's the fuel that keeps me going. I'm telling you, like, that is so inspiring to hear. It made me, I literally was crying on my last live. Like, it's still on my page too. Like, I was boo-hooing because it was just so beautiful that people are inspired by me and they're inspired by my confidence, because people don't know, like, I haven't always been confident, and the show actually helped a lot, like with my confidence. And so that's what I'm gonna continue to inspire women to just be confident in themselves.
Well, that's amazing. You know, that Thick House. Shout out to Sick Bird Productions and Thick
Yes,
House, Takara
Angie.
Jones, Kelly,
Woo.
all you know, like Kelly,
Yes.
EJ. You guys, thanks for giving those girls a platform and just, you know, showing their plus size, what I call their plus size beauty
Right.
onto the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, Thick House. Although it was a show, I know you guys were very adamant. I know you guys are still under contract. I know you guys were very adamant of doing the show because when you hear the Shade Room, motherfuckers, you know, you get scared. You be like, oh my, what? Like people love the Shade Room, but we are very adamant about the Shade Room. We be scared, oh my God.
I was terrified. I think I got on the casting director. I think I got on her nerves because, girl, I was emailing her 100 million questions. I was like, wait a minute. Like, what do we got going here? You know, when she said the Shade Room, I was like, I don't know. I was very nervous, but it was none of what I thought. Like that, it was actually a very beautiful experience. And actually, the CEO Angie of Shade Room was there every time we filmed, and like just meeting her, I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. Like, she's such a beautiful person.
Shout out to, you know, Angie. Shout out for the Shade Room, because I know the Shade Room, they get positive feedback, but they get a lot of negative feedback just because of, you know, what they report or whatnot. But shout out to Angie being so supportive to these Black queens. Now, pros, being on the Shade Room, I know, what was the pros and the cons being on the show? Because I know it's reality television. Sometimes there's restrictions and whatnot. Pros and cons that you did have on the show.
I'll start with the pros. I would say is really just getting that exposure, really getting that experience, and really being able to, basically get that exposure to a lot of people. Whatever I want to push right now, I feel like it's the time, because Shade Room has a lot of followers, like 23 million or something like that.
Millions.
But I would say the cons was, it was a little like, sometimes like reading those comments was a little draining. Like, that's why sometimes I would try not to look at it, but just knowing that, okay, today is going to be the day where another episode would come out, like, I literally would be so nervous and like freaking out. I think I drained myself. I've never done anything like that. I've never been on TV or anything like that. So it definitely was different for me, but I was very nervous. I was like, oh my God, all these people, I'm like, millions of people, celebrities look at this page every day. So I was really freaking out. It drained me a little bit. But
I think
overall it was a good experience.
Yeah, especially if you're like, you know, a perfectionist and you just
I am such a perfectionist. I'm an Aries.
Oh, so just like my little sister, she's a perfectionist too. And she's very adamant about stuff, and I'll be like, girl, it's okay. Like,
so picky. Yeah, no, there's no okay with us. Like, there's no okay. So just to have that not be in my control of like what the final editing is gonna look like, how I even look, was like nerve-wracking. I was like, no thank you.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys look great. I will say that. They got you guys on some good angles.
They did. Sick Bird. Shout out to Sick Bird. They did. And Blonde Mamba. They did an amazing job. I would do it again.
Very good. Now, relationships in the house, because I understand, you know, when you start out in a competition, you know, everybody's like friendly and whatnot. Relationships in the house, how was it? I know towards when you guys were getting down to the nitty gritty, or who was your, you know, your ace book, like you clicked in the house?
The girl that I clicked the most with was Sunshine, for sure. Like, from day one, like, I really liked her. I don't know what it, like, her personality, like, we just made sense. Like, everything made so much sense. But I definitely clicked with her. All the other girls were really sweet too. I loved all the other girls. But like, far as like really clicked, Sunshine was my girl.
Sunshine. I met her once. Her aura is just so.
It's so bright. She is her name.
Yeah,
literally like a ray of sunshine. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so just like chilled, and I was like, I knew she was cool as hell from the time that I met her. Like, it's crazy. Like, okay, now it's just like the views of the shows. Being a model, growing up, besides Talk, because I know Takara's on everybody girls list. Any girl that's plus size, I know Takara. Who is of color, I know Takara is like definitely on their list. Top 5 plus size supermodels that you would say that is more aspirational, or who you just be like, yeah, it gives me like hope.
Precious Lee.
Oh, of
is one of them.
course, of
I'm
course.
like, I think I'm a little obsessed with her. I was like, I go to her Instagram and I'm like, wow, she literally is like what I aspire. She, an African American woman in high fashion like that, like, is so beautiful. So beautiful. Ashley Graham, of course, she's like an OG.
Of course.
Yeah. What else do we have? Kelly, one of the judges on the show. Kelly, she's a plus size model, and she's an actual full figure model. Like, she is everything to me. She's literally everything. Seeing her style every day, I was like, wow, like, you need to teach me, sis. Who else do we have? Those are like my top favorites, to be honest.
Those are your top?
Like, those are my top favorites. Yes.
Okay, you got two more. You got two more if you want to squeeze two more in there.
I like, her name is on Instagram, Listens. L-E-S-S.
Oh my God. She is like,
isn't she so beautiful? Yeah. She's literally so bomb.
If I ever meet her, like,
right?
Her and Tre'Bian.
Yeah, Tre'Bian. So I was gonna say, she's my next one. Tre'Bian. Both of them, like, did you see Tre'Bian do the Beyonce visuals, like recreate all of that?
Girl, yes.
To be a full figure woman recreating Beyonce the way that she did, I'm like, wow, girl, kudos to you, because she killed it. She absolutely killed it. Like, that would be my top 5. I love all of those women.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yes. Shout out to them. And what's crazy that you said Precious Lee, because when I saw you and then I seen your pictures, I was like, you kind of like, y'all kind of look alike. Like,
yeah,
like,
we resemble.
Like, oh my God. Like,
I thought that was really crazy too. The first magazine that came out about this show, and then they kind of like talked a little bit about each of the girls. That was the first thing it said. It was like, if you love Precious Lee, then you'll love Asia. And I was like, just the fact that they're comparing me to Precious Lee, I can't take it. I cannot take it.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the Nylon magazine.
Yes.
Yes, I like,
how did they know that? That's so crazy, because I absolutely love her. And I was like, wow, that just gave me more confidence.
When I literally started tearing up when I seen the clip of that fashion week and Versace had her walking. I was just like, y'all don't even know how big this is.
How big this is.
Versace, none of these European brands will
never.
I
feel like she needs, and it's so annoying because I'm like, she really needs to be viral. Literally, I was walking through the Beverly Center, and she's biggest day for Versace, like in the middle of one of the like kiosks or whatever. And I was like, this is so beautiful. You have this plus size, full figure African American woman modeling and walking for Versace. Like, this is next level. Like, when you ask me what I aspire to be, that.
Next level shit. And
my version of that.
I forgot her. I can't say her name. Lyris? Is it Lyris or is it? She was a plus size model that was on Project Runway, and like she won and stuff. Like it was amazing. And they barely like they speak of her name sometimes, but I'm like, those women like that has to be like viral. Those should be like number one. Exactly. Besides Sakara, you know what I'm saying? Like all those girls should be like number one. Right. But you know how the industry is sometimes with
it's coming along. It's coming along. Which it's so crazy that it's taking this long, because I'm like, the average woman in America is a size 14. So I don't understand why it's taking as long as it is, but I would say we're making good progress, and we just got to keep going and keep being confident. I feel like people like you really are one of the ones that are helping change the industry just by having this platform, you know? So kudos to you too, girl. Shout out to you, because you literally are changing people's lives, like, even with your platform. So you're one of the ones that are helping us, like, continue this journey.
Thank you. I just try to support all the queens. If you like, especially in LA, most of the girls that do know me, they be like, she's so sweet. Like, she just like so supportive. They like, girl, she's just so supportive. I try to support all my queens and let them know, like, because I know how hard this industry be. Like, it's very, it could tear you apart if you're not strong. And some girls, as soon as they get like a few years of no's, they just quit. And I'll be like,
because it's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard.
It's hard to stay like motivated too sometimes, but it's like, you just gotta remember, I posted this kind of recently, you just gotta remember your why. Tunnel vision in and stay focused. Like, don't let up. Stay in your lane, flourish in your lane, live in it, love it, and be yourself, and your gifts will make room for you.
Yeah, that is true. Oh my God. Okay, somebody down here said, Asia, would you model for Fendi? Hell yeah, I think
Yeah,
anybody would.
definitely. Call me.
The call,
If y'all out there and y'all watching, call me.
that
I
was
would for
Sunday
sure
too.
model for
Sunday was
y'all.
like, call me. And I was like, because Fenty is changing the diversity of
Yeah.
lingerie women. And I think it's scary. And I'm sorry to say this. I love
Yeah.
y'all Victoria's Secret, but it scared the shit out of Victoria's Secret
Oh,
to where they're trying to rebrand their whole brand.
Completely. That's what I was telling somebody recently. I was like, Skims and Savage X Fenty is another one that really helped further this journey, because they're really taking the initiative to change their branding, and I love it. I'm all for it.
Girl, I hope all you guys get on. I hope all you guys get there.
I hope all of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Because that Fenty, girl, I'm wearing it now. And I'm like,
right, okay.
I'm wearing it.
You better wear your
That's
Fenty.
how much I love that shit, because I'm like, I love the way it makes me feel when I put it on my skin, and I'm just wearing it, and just what it stands for. Riri. Shout out to Rihanna. We love your brand, Rihanna.
Yes, girl. Shout out to you.
Oh my goodness. Now, so with you, girl, like modeling. Oh my God, girl, like, because it's so many questions. I have so many questions from the fan, because I will put it on my story and be like, hey, drop some questions down for the models, girl. It'll just go up all night.
Wow.
And I wake up. Yeah, and I will wake up and be like, oh my God. I'll be like, oh my God.
Right.
Jesus Christ, girl. Oh my God. So stating that your image is like high fashion, because that's dope. You don't see a lot, because mainly plus size, we go into like, lingerie, swimwear, fit. We do real commercial stuff all the time. They love to idolize us,
unfortunately,
because people run to that, because that's where the money is at again. But high fashion, is there any high fashion brands? Well, what's your favorite high fashion brand? I'm gonna just start there.
Versace would have to be one, definitely now, because they are starting to work with plus size women. So they're definitely one of the ones I'm like, I would love to work with them. Savage X Fenty, I love Louis Vuitton. I love what they've been doing this weekend in Paris. Like, I'm so sad that I'm not there. I'm like, I really need to be a part of something like that. So
you can, sis. You can, sis.
Coming. It's coming in due time. I definitely believe in due time that it's
We're
coming.
Gonna manifest that.
Right?
We're gonna manifest that.
Come on.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So your whole, like, what your image is like, that's high fashion, and I love that. Like, your whole image is what you're putting.
I don't feel like it's enough of plus size women in high fashion, in my opinion.
It's not. It's not. Like, we have, we got Precious Lee, we got Ashley Graham, who done it. We got, I think her name is Lyris. I gotta pronounce her name. So, but it's just a few. You know what I'm saying? Right. But thank God they paving the way and opening the doors for women like that. It's crazy. I mean, Tyra Banks did it. When she started getting curvy. Shout out to Tyra Banks.
Even
and,
Cynthia Bailey. I've been watching the Real Housewives, and I'm like, Cynthia Bailey was kind of a little plus size. She started getting plus size too, and she still was killing the runway. Yeah, she started getting very curvy. Shout out to Cynthia Bailey. They don't give mamas her props because, she been on the show so long. But right. Like, Cynthia Bailey was those supermodels growing up. Yes. Them and Kim Porter, Kimora Lee Simmons. People don't really know that. I'm like, y'all, these are all the black girls we had to look up to back in the 90s. And in the back, that paved the way for us. It wasn't just Tyra and Naomi. There was Cynthia Bailey. There was Kim Porter. There was Kimora Lee Simmons. You know what I'm saying? It was totally like, after them, it was racks of black girls that was paving the way for us. So that's crazy. Like, oh my God. So lifestyle, like self-care, like, would you say you have like an active lifestyle? Because I like to bring this up because they think plus size girls don't work out. Like, oh my gosh, only if people know. My friends know, but I was like, at one point, like, addicted to working out. I would go no less than 2 times a day. And I would start my cardio in the morning on an empty stomach. I would come after work and lift weights. Sometimes I would try to get in 3. If I didn't have to work or have any clients or anything, like, I definitely would try to get a hike in there somewhere. But very active. I love working out. I used to be an athlete. Just because I'm thick definitely does not mean we do not work out. We work out very hard. But you know, it's different reasons why people are thick. Sometimes it's genetic. I know with me, I will never be skinny, and I've embraced that. You know, I don't even I don't even want to be. But yeah, people, that's such a misconception that thicker girls or bigger people don't work out or they're not active, because it's a lot of roles. It's a lot of things that can play into the reason why you are thicker. So
yeah. I tell people all the time, they be like, you work out? I be like, yes, I work out, y'all.
Hard.
Y'all think I have to maintain this? I can be bigger than what I am, but I'm like, I have to maintain this shit. I work out, okay?
Exactly. I hate that. I really dislike that misconception. And I would see that a lot in the comments, like, oh, you guys are promoting girls being unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that's not the narrative anyone is pushing. And that's such a misconception that just because we're bigger means that we're not healthy. Because just because somebody is thin doesn't mean that they are. So
it's crazy because Lola had said, and I like how she said that in her confessional, because she was in the military. And they, I'm sorry, in the, the Navy. And I was like, she said that they have this conception that big girls don't work out, but she was in the Navy.
Right.
You have to be active, and you have to, like, she was in the Navy.
Very active. Right. Like, very active. And I love that she threw that in there too, because that should have shut a lot of people up.
It did. And I put that on her promo flyer because I was like, people need to hear that. Because I tell everybody, I'll be like, I'm a thick girl that fucking works out. I love working out. I don't feel great if I do not work out.
Right. Like, you feel crazy.
Oh my God. Quarantine, girl, I got in here and started working on the living room. Like, it was crazy.
My gosh. I tried. I couldn't get with it. I'm like, I hate this. So I just hiked all quarantine.
Oh,
I hated it. I tried to do those in-home workouts, but I was like, I got to get out of here.
Oh my God. Shout out to, thanks God for quarantine. Shout out to Bodywork Fitness. It was a fitness stuff that I did at home, and I was able to do it like on the television. It was Bodywork Fitness. It was like dance fitness. So, girl, it helped me with quarantine.
And it's fun too, you know. It's like fun, so it keeps it interesting.
No, self-care, and I ask all my plus size models because they don't really talk about us and, like, dating. I think most of us do have boyfriends, so like. Dating, because I know you're so beautiful, and I know if you don't have a boyfriend, which I don't know, but I'm like, I know the boys probably go crazy, tell you that you're beautiful. So are you dating at this moment or seeing someone?
At this moment, no, I am not dating. I am so consumed with the work. There's so much work. I have so many interviews, so much going on that has transpired after the show. But even before, since quarantine, I literally have just been working and trying to push and make things happen that's actually happening right now. Like things like the show, I've been working my whole life for this. So no, right now I'm not focused on a relationship. I would like to, but dating's kind of hard these days, girl.
Oh my God, girl. So it's a hot girl summer for both of us right now because I'm focused on the career, and it's just like I be so busy that like right now you can't focus on a relationship. But I'm like, I'm not used to how these people date in 2021. Like it seems like it's the internet.
It's scary. Yeah,
it is.
I'm scared. I'm like,
this scary.
Yeah, dating scares me, and I realized since quarantine. Now me trying to be out and go out, I'm a little socially awkward. It's weird. I like to work so much. I go out and people are trying to talk to me and they want to talk about the show, and I'm just like, I haven't done any this much interacting in a long time.
Oh my God, girl.
But no,
I don't know. Like lately, like I tried these past like few weeks. Like I've been on a couple of dates, but I'm like,
okay.
Like I'm just like the conversations is like super boring, and I don't know how to relate. But I will say there's one person though. There's one person that's keeping the interest. So hopefully,
okay. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, whoever you are.
I'm like, hopefully,
Well, there ain't nobody that got my interest at this current moment. I'm just like, I'll just keep working. I feel like when the right time and God like puts somebody in my life, like I'll know. But until then, I'm just going to stay focused and keep working and making my thick girls proud.
That's right. That's all you can do is focus on yourself. That one king will just come. It'll be at the. I tell everyone that be like they're looking for love, or any plus
Yeah,
size girls that be like looking for love and they're just dating. I'll be like, well, when you're looking for them, you're never gonna find them. That one person
exactly.
is just gonna like just pop up, like he's just gonna
Yeah,
drop in your face, and you
right.
probably won't even like him at that moment. Like,
Exactly. And that's how a lot of relationships are. Like in the beginning, you don't even really realize. Sometimes you don't even like the person, and then at the end, you're like, "Wow, I really love that person."
oh
So
my God, he is so like, how come I didn't see
yeah,
this? Like,
I'm
oh my
just a true
God.
believer that things will work out the way that they're supposed to. So
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
yeah.
So, oh my God. So I asked everyone to like, starting off, what was your most challenging aspect with being a model? Because I know we all go through something that's just like, it was hard for us.
It was hard starting off. It was the makeup was really hard. Just being on set sometimes is really hard because people don't, they act, or maybe they really don't know how to style brown skin or how to style plus size girls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I struggle with a lot, was just how I looked, you know?
Yeah.
They sometimes you're thrown in anything and you're supposed to be like, oh, well, this is a job, so get it done, obviously. But it's like you're not even comfortable. So it's hard to be confident. But other than that, that was really the hardest thing for me. Sometimes it's like the styling and, you know, just people really sometimes not caring, I guess.
Yeah, because I know there was an awkward moment for you on the show where they were like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this. They were trying to make you seem like you were a bitch because your makeup and stuff was bumping. But I was like, I don't think that probably happened, because sometimes with these producers and stuff backstage, like, things could go left with just not even it being blown up out of proportion. And I was
Right.
like, well, I mean, I don't think it was probably like you blowing up. I think you was just tired of fucking sitting there and having to like.
Yeah, I mean, they twisted that little situation.
I already
and
knew
made
they
it,
twisted that.
you know, made it into something else. I really was like shocked, like when I went down and they were like, "Oh, we heard you were being a diva today." I was like, "What? Like, what's happening?" You know? Yeah. So no, like I said in front of them, and I said in the show, like, this is my name and this is my brand, and you know, I just take it very serious. And I don't really like that I was made out to be like a diva or whatever, because that was not the case. But I think when you are passionate about something, like, you should stand on what you know, how you feel.
No, that is. And
I think sometimes too, being a Black woman, I can say the same thing as somebody else, but it's taken in a different way for me. And I think that was just one of those situations, you know?
We're always
Things were taken out of context.
We're always the bitch if we stand up for ourselves. We're always the bitch if we're verbal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I already knew that situation just looking at it, because I know how production works. Sometimes, you know, I mean, shit, y'all gotta listen to some of these interviews that these Love and Hip Hop people do. Like, sometimes production will just throw y'all into shit or try to make it seem like y'all this badass diva.
Right.
And it just be like, no, it's y'all creating this environment.
This
like, so I'm glad that you did stick up for yourself and never feel bad for that, because there's moments where they'll try to make it seem like you're the bitch just because you're standing up for yourself.
Right.
It's like, it is what it, like, I understand we're models, but god damn, like,
and I believe if it's something to better you, I do believe like you should speak up on it. And you know, but there is a way that you do things, and I do,
of course,
you know, it's
professional,
right? As long as you're staying professional, I don't see anything wrong with you speaking up how you feel. Especially we're being judged on how we look. So why am I gonna just be thrown out there and looking any kind of way? Like, that's not how it works for me. Not this one, somebody else. And I'm already a perfectionist. It's like, stop.
Yeah, I get it. So what would you like to see more in the fashion industry? Like, what's that one thing you would love to see, like, hands-on?
I would love to see more lines for plus size women, like more shows. I would love to see how we saw a little snippet of plus size women walking on the runway. I would love to see more of that.
Yes.
That's definitely, it's already, you know, we already get excited when we see like one or two plus size models. We're like, ooh, we changing. But I would love to see an actual full show of all plus size clothing line. You know, like, I would love to see that. I think that that's something that needs to happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because it seems like it's more the South that's trying to put up shows for like plus size. Like right now, I believe, shout out to Atlanta Curve Weekend. They have something going on in July. Then we have Full Figure Fashion Week that we have every year that they're putting back together. It's in, I know, in Nigeria Fashion Week, like Lagos Fashion Week. They do that type of stuff, but we just want it to be more European wise, and it needs to be more commercialized, like how they have Paris Fashion Week. They need to have a line for, you know, they need to have more for like plus size. But I do understand that. That's why I love to go hard on the runway, because I'm like, we need to have more plus size girls that's killing it on the runway. Not just walking, killing it on the runway.
Yes. I 100% agree.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so for your modeling and like your goals and aspirations moving forward, like what's for you moving forward, like after the show and everything, because I know this platform is really going to be really something big for you moving forward, because now people know who you are, your name and what you stand for. What is your goals and aspirations moving forward?
Really just to continue to grow as a model, as a person, and really take this as far as I can take it. Modeling, your modeling, I guess, life isn't very long, so you definitely have to learn how to utilize your platform and use it for other things. I would love to grow as a businesswoman, and that's what I'm hoping, you know, comes from all of this. That's what will, not hoping, that's what will come from all of this.
Amazing. So I know you're a busy lady. I know you have to get out of here. So last question. Wait, because I know it was somebody on here. They put something. They said the Shaderoom should advocate y'all. Tag Rihanna and Kim.
I agree, girl. A lot of people are just now finding my Instagram. Every morning I wake up is more followers, because they're just now finding. They never posted our social media, so it's hard for people to find our pages.
That's crazy.
Somebody just tagged me the other day. They were like, "I've been looking for your Instagram for like since week 1, and I finally found you." I'm like, that is very crazy.
You want to know who tagged y'all? Was Nylon Magazine. That's how I found y'all Instagram, because if they went under your picture and what your name, if you clicked on your name, it went right to your Instagram.
Oh, okay. See,
so everybody's
not tech savvy though, you know?
Yeah. Everybody's not tech savvy, but the show should have made sure that your social medias was platform.
I feel like my Instagram would have blew up if they would have, you know, been tagging us the whole time. But it's cool. They'll find us. You'll see me again.
So last question. So when you hear the word plus size beauty, like what comes to mind? Like what do that means to you?
When I hear plus size beauty, what comes to mind is pure confidence. Pure confidence, because to be able to stand in front of people, whether you're modeling or whether you're just walking down the street, and to be full figure, going against the grain, you know what, going against what people think we should look like, and just being confident is like next level to me. That's what I think about when I think of plus size beauty. I think of a full figure woman completely loving herself and completely being in love with herself.
Oh my gosh, shout out. Yes, you guys, y'all are everything of what She Is Plus Size Beauty is, what y'all represent, whether what race or creed or how you are, because plus size beauty could be the plus size girl that's like a geek or a nerd, or a girl like that's like introvert, but I'm just like,
seriously, self-love.
There's
just somebody purely like loving themselves, even beyond all like just plus size, just being anybody that looks different, and you're complete and you're able to still love yourself is, to me, so inspiring. It's so inspiring. That's why I love Winnie Harlow. Like, what? Literally killing the industry. And, you know, she could have taken those moments and been insecure, and maybe she did struggle with that for a moment, but it's like, girl, she inspired so many women. So really just any and everybody completely loving themselves and being confident is next level and life-changing.
Yeah, shout out to Winnie Harlow, because she is like, she took a woman that has vitiligo, you know what I'm saying, and made it into something that's very beautiful. And Sean Ross, you know what I'm saying, because he's a rhino model, like he's very like amazing, you know. Shout out to them, because they made a whole lane within themselves. It was taking that and conventional beauty and making it very, very beauty. We got some people. We got some people on the line. Shout out to Trinidad K. She makes some bomb wigs, you guys. And shout out to There goes Little Mama. She'll slay y'all hair, you guys. They're very publicly known within the LA area. So if you need your hair slayed, or if you need a wig that's bomb, a lace wig, myself, I sweat
always
too much.
need my hair done. I literally always need my hair done.
Shout out, hit up. There she goes. There goes Little Mama, honey. She slays the kids' hair. Everybody knows her, honey. And everybody knows Trinidad K for her nice bomb wig. Shout out to Trinidad K. She'll make you a bomb lace wig, honey, colored, whatever you need.
Okay.
Down your bag. Yes, but it was so lovely having you on here. It means everything. You ladies were so amazing. I wish you guys nothing but blessings. Hopefully we do see each other again, because I'm from Compton, California, but I live in LA. So
right. I'm sure we're gonna cross paths soon. Honestly, the world is opening back up and things are happening, and I definitely would be at some of the plus size conventions and fashion shows, all that. So send me anything that you're gonna be at, send it to me so I can try to be there too.
Yeah, of course. Shout out. There's a whole industry called Thick LA. Shout out to Thick LA. They have an event tonight. It's the 90s party. It's a whole community of plus size influencers and models and things that's in the industry. Thick LA. Wow. Shout out to you guys. But thank you, Asia. You are such a queen. Thank you for coming on to the brand. Enjoy your day and your blessings.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys so much for joining and listening to me. And you guys have a beautiful week.
You too, honey. Talk to you later. Bye.